everybody, Main Marco here, and welcome to a new series. Now, we've been jumping around doing a bunch of games lately, lots of one-off bits, but today I want to try to get through a whole game. And I was thinking, what do I want to do? And I have a few down the pipeline I'm going to work on, but for today, we're starting Hitman Blood Money. Now, if you've never played this game, in my opinion, this is probably the definitive Hitman game, outside of the newest releases of Hitman 1, 2, and 3. If you've seen a Hitman game, or heard of it, it was this one. Awesome missions, very fun, unique mechanics. It's just a well-made game. It's not perfect, it's buggy, you'll get cheated out of wins sometimes, but overall, it's great. Plus, look at this handsome devil. So with that, we're just going to get right in. I already made a profile, so we're just going to head in right now. Now, I've actually played this game a lot on Xbox, a fair bit on PC, and even though I know for a fact I'm going to screw it up, I want to try to get Silent Assassin on everyone. I'd want to just not get Maniac. I think we're going to go on Pro difficulty. I think that'll be worth it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And if I do ever get a Silent Assassin rating on Pro, I think it'd be worth showing you guys. I'll show you guys the strategies I've used. I'm not going to use the speedrunner strats, really. I'm not going to do any of the crazy fancy tricks, because I'm not good enough to do them, or I haven't practiced them at least. So let's just go in on Pro and see what happens.
Just in. Unconfirmed reports of an accident at Southland Park.
I can't find my boy!
Hundreds of family members gathered outside the deserted park today to commemorate the second anniversary of the Southland Park tragedy.
Pending a full investigation of the park's safety
Authorities report at least 30 deaths and close to 100
5
injuries.
years since the tragedy closed the gates of Southland Park, but new evidence
He is
in the
claiming
form-
malicious prosecution and believes he'll be vindicated at
every
last.
penny of his
The
fortune
so-called
defending
Legal
himself
Eagles
from these
Dream
lawsuits.
Team defending Southland Park owner Joseph.
There were people flying everywhere.
was-
Body parts.
And the victims'
blood.
families
Oh my
have
God.
vowed to appeal the decision.
Cleared of all charges.
Come, have a cup of tea, hon? Sitting in the dark won't bring him back, sweetheart.
I would like to place an order.
And for a game that came out in, I don't know,
This
I can't
training
remember.
level will introduce to you the various skills and techniques.
Yeah, beautiful, whatever. I don't remember all the things, but that's okay. Sure, we'll figure it out eventually. Yep, right click lets us open our inventory. But before we get into that, I'll put up on screen when this game came out. I'm sure I'll feel like bones again. But honestly, it doesn't look bad. Also, normally this game is in really 10,000 something by something resolution or 800 by 600. But if you just go into the INI file, which if people want to know how to do that, I might just show them and make it a little short. You can go into it and you can just modify the resolution manually. If you want it in windowed mode too, so you can alt tab out without the game minimizing, set that. There's actually, when you launch the game, a configuration setting for that. So do that first, then modify the INI. As you can tell already just from this horrid scene, it's a pretty gruesome game. I won't lie. I'm not doing, like I said, ooh, that seagull's struggling over there, but you know what? That's fine. As long as the game itself doesn't do that as a whole, that's okay. But yeah, the game is pretty brutal. So there might be times where I actually have to censor something, and I've never done that before, so it's going to be interesting if I can. I think there's some nudity. There's at least, like, you know, oh, they're in very revealing underwear and bikinis, but we'll get there when we get there. In terms of equipment, to start, we have this photo, which is our client asked, the boy who was killed. We have the most powerful weapon in all of Hitman series, a coin, which I'm trying to remember how to throw these. I'm sure it'll tell me. Ah, yes. Holding down G, and you can kind of throw them or drop them to make a distraction. And you have a unlimited number of coins. We have a set of binoculars, which we can use just for checking stuff out at distance. I will never use that. And the famous fiber wire of every assassin ever. But for now, we're just gonna approach the main gate and get started.
What the fuck you looking at, Kraken?
I'm here to see Joseph Clarence.
Never heard of him.
Mr. Swing King?
Oh, that sorry-ass dickhead. What the fuck they call you?
Names are for friends, so I don't need one.
Yeah, we're already setting off, like, what this guy's like. Don't get me wrong, that guy was a bit rude to us. But, you know, 47 is a person who is willing to do what he has to for his mission. Here we go. Gotta distract the guards, so we're gonna take our coin. Just eat. And with them distracted, we're just gonna run on by. Now in the tutorial, the enemies aren't the most observant people in the world, so we don't have to worry about that. But in the future, on Pro, they will be pretty rough. Now we have to take this guy out, and the best way to do that, we could punch him to death, or we can just use some fiber wire.
Because you're about to be purified, motherfucker.
Excuse me. So yeah, when using stuff like fiber wire, it is a instant kill. And the other thing is, in newer Hitman games, you could immediately start dragging people, but in this one, after they're down, you have to manually do it. Also, dragging people is a lot slower, so you have to pick when to take people out. There will be moments you will fuck it up, and you will have to basically restart it. You can also, if I remember right, there was a button. You know, I'm just going to check the controls, because I'm trying to remember. There was a button for first person, if I remember right. Was it scope view? No. Just trying to remember how to aim stuff. Oh. Well, I lured them in, but that's okay. And that guy's just going to keep screaming forever. So we're just gonna very quickly dispose of these bodies just to get them out of here. Oh, the other pistol. And we're going to drag this one away as well. I'm trying to remember, I played the newer ones a lot more lately. But yeah, you can only put one body per container. In the newer one, you can do two. So that's something to be aware of. And this is a game that will... there's all sorts of different weapons that you can get to do all sorts of really vicious kills. So we're just going to see this one. You can also hide inside of closets like this. And while this guy is distracted, taking that money there, because, you know, left alone, we're going to take him out. Oh, God. Yeah, this is... This game is brutal, and it's not the most brutal thing in the world, but it's certainly not nice. All dressed up as the chemist, and we can keep moving. Now you can just get into firefights any way you want. It's a viable option, but this game will actually rank you based on how well you do. So if you can, it's better to not do that the whole time. And ooh, I just realized we're gonna want to drop this knife just because it'll end up getting in our way, because there's also security points in this game. So as you saw, we put our pistol in here that we stole from a dead guy, and now that we've done that, we can carry this, and it is not on our person, because if it's on your person during certain events,
Gotta check you, white bread.
see, you will be inspected to see, hey, do you have anything on you, anything metal? And if you do, they will not let you in. With that, we're inside, can put this down, and we can get our gun back.
I can get the money, sweetie. It's as good as mine already. Mr. Spook's got it. We'll open the park. It'll be like old times. No, just a few more days. You gotta believe me. Don't say that, sunshine. Mr. Spook's gonna come true, baby. He's good for the money. I won't sign the papers. I won't. You gotta give me one more chance. You gotta. Baby cakes? Sunshine? Hello?
So yeah, that guy is Mr. Swing King, the guy who caused all the issues from before, who essentially was the one who owned the park. And also you can do some really neat takeouts like this in elevators and such above. But yeah, it was very much it definitely caused some turmoil. Now that doesn't make it like, oh, feel bad for this guy. No, he set up a drug operation to make money. He is working with people and all sorts of shit. He's not a good person, so you shouldn't feel bad. All right, now that we're in here, something you can do once you have a weapon equipped is take human shields. When taking a human shield, essentially they will be able to take some shots for you, and you can use them to keep yourself safe. But unfortunately for him, we don't need him anymore, so we just drop him and dispose of him. And with that, let's keep going. This tutorial, in my opinion, is a very... Oh, they heard that, did they? Hold on. Oh. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're okay now. And there's also quick keys to switch between a few different items in your inventory.
It's been a
but that
while
doesn't
now,
matter.
Scoop, and I was just wondering where we were on the whole money thing.
Were you?
Yeah, see, the thing is, if you remember, you know what we agreed to was it'd just be a short while and you'd pay in cash, and I know what the pressures you were under must be, but the deal is a deal, and I was hoping, maybe you could just pay what we agreed on, even though you've been here for, heck, more than twice as long as we agreed to. But just pay the original amount and move on. Not right away necessarily, but, I'd appreciate it.
No.
Yeah, this intro, they'll try to play him up as kind of pitiable and make you feel bad for him, but honestly, why should you? He's, after everything he did, he literally caused the death of all sorts of people, and he got away with it with his legal team to not be in trouble. But as I was saying, in my opinion, this game is pretty good for a tutorial because it shows you how to take hostages, how to use certain equipment. It's handy like that. And we just got snipers. Now, snipers open up a lot in this game. So because of that, what we can do is we can use them to take people out. And we have a few guards walking around here that we gotta take out. If I'm right, there are 3 of them. Aha. And as you can see, gets a bit moving, but snipers are one of the best weapons. So we're just gonna put this back and we'll get going again. All right, so now that we've gotten to the office, what we're gonna do is we get another wonderful item. Poison syringes. Now you'll eventually get also a sedative one, which will be next mission, and they do exactly what you think. You can use them to take a person.
Oh shit! You hear that? Hold
Oh,
up! Hey!
well, that was a goof, so we're just
Stop
gonna.
that
Sorry, that was my bad. You know, this is gonna teach you about poisoning stuff and taking people out like that, but I guess we're not gonna do that. Also, probably can't show that. Probably got to censor that, but we'll just get our rifle suitcase again and make our way up to the Swing King's office. Yeah, so just as a demonstration, see, there are some food items that you can poison or sedate. So if we use this here, what would happen is that guard would have walked over to the railing and we can either push him off or use the poison, and then the woman would have come in here drinking her soda and been poisoned. So we're just going to instead go right into the Swing King.
Who the hell are you? How'd you get in here? Carol Ann!
My client has hired me to show you this photograph.
I don't understand.
My client has asked me to ensure it's the last thing you ever see. Please, look at the photograph, Mr. Clarence.
No. Please. I suffered
And now you have a few different ways you can take him out. And I think what we're going to do is grab this hammer over here, and we're going to use this.
The guilt I feel. I'm so sorry. I know I can never.
Dear God, that is brutal every time I see it. But yeah, it's interesting, and I know he said that would be the last thing you ever saw, which it was, but in my opinion, it doesn't feel right to leave it here, because that would potentially link it back to that poor family. But with that, let's get moving. We also will get our last tutorial item here, the mine and detonator, and they do exactly what it sounds like. We're going to set a bomb on it. You know, there's the burp. It wouldn't be a video by me without the burp. And what we're going to do now is just take out our... Oh yeah, the blood effects stay on weapons, which is brutal. But yeah, we're going to take out this, and we're going to back away, because that will kill you. And you see those guys standing there, and their boss, we're just going to detonate it. And then we're going to switch over to the TMP. And we're just going to take him out when he runs up these stairs. And I believe that is everybody. And we'll take his Desert Eagle. And you know what? You know what, lady? I'm going to let you live because you're just here living a rough life, trying your best. So we're just going to leave. And yeah, so this is the cool part. You will then get a little newspaper after that shows what you did. It'll have the whole article. Baltimore Police Department confirmed this morning the former theme park tycoon Joseph Clarence was killed at the closed theme park Southland Amusement Park last night. And it's cool because they really put some effort into some of these articles. They could have just put a bunch of random words here. Also, cool presidential elections. Haha, politics, yay. But condemned and demolished. Oh, that's funny. But it'll tell you how many you killed in these cases and give you a rank. And these ranks range from, I think, like, I don't know what they rank from. I'll try to find it. But it's a pretty cool little thing. And ideally, you want to get Silent Assassin, the professional, but Silent Assassin is the big one. The other thing, $3 per bottle of wine. Or 3 bottles, only $10. I'm just saying, unless that's $10 without tax, you're paying an extra $1 for a third bottle, and that's a ripoff. But there's also sometimes hints to future jobs in here, and our next one is going to be at a winery. But hey, let's finish this up. I think you get the point. This is Hitman Blood Money, one of my, I shouldn't say one of the best because it definitely has its flaws. One of my favorite games from this era, and in my opinion, to this day, still holds up very well compared to other games. Does it have all the features and bells and whistles of other Hitman games? No, especially not newer ones, but it is iconic and it is probably one of the best known ones. There are those out there who say Hitman 2 is better, and I've played it, I've enjoyed it. It wasn't for me though. I've always come back to Hitman Blood Money for sure. But with that, I think you guys have gotten the point of what this series is going to be like. It's going to be brutal, it's going to be sneaky, it'll be full of failure, and that is half the fun. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Peace. Oh, so full disclosure, for my recording, to make sure I don't accidentally start, stop, or pause recording randomly, it's Control-Alt-S when I do start for stopping it on my keyboard. So that means every time I'm going to stop it, I want to do a little crouch. So instead, we'll just pause it and then do it. All right, see you guys later.